Okay, more on the fair tax here. Remember we're talking about the fair tax, that taxes on consumption, not based on income, but on consumption. Basically, if you roll like Donald Trump, you're going to get taxed like Donald Trump ought to get taxed. If you buy a Rolls Royce, you're going to get taxed for buying a Rolls Royce. If you drive around in a 99-pound Victoria like I do, you'll pay taxes on a 99-pound Victoria. Not, 20% for people with income, and then, 9% for people that are billionaires based on investment wealth. So we just discussed the fair tax rebate. Any spending up to the poverty level is tax-free. You get that money back in a rebate check at the beginning of the year, and whatever you spend from there on out is taxed based on your consumption. The fair tax appeals to citizens across the political spectrum because at the same time that it untaxes the poor and helps the middle class, it takes the tax system out of business, and it takes the tax system out of business and investment decisions. Businesses, first thing they have to do when they consider, should they grow, should they invest here, should they expand here, is what are my tax consequences? This eliminates all that. You do what's best for your business, and the taxes will take care of themselves based on consumption. All taxes on income, savings, and investments are eliminated, including capital gains taxes, corporate taxes, and inheritance taxes. That's under the fair tax. We all know that corporations do not pay taxes. That is a sham that's invented by the left to convince you that rich people are paying taxes when they're paying corporate taxes. Those taxes are passed directly along to the employees and to the consumers of those products in the form of higher prices for the consumers and lower wages for the employees, because they don't care if you cost $100 and it's 80 salary and 20 taxes, or if it's 100% salary. You cost a certain amount to that employer, and they're just going to take their taxes out of your salary. So we know that was a product to start with. Embedded income tax costs that represent up to 20% of the price of everything we buy are eliminated, taking away the price advantage now enjoyed by foreign manufacturers, which is killing off the Made in America label and sending American wealth and jobs offshore. We all talk about this outsourcing because it's cheaper to manufacture products offshore because of the tax consequences. Take that tax away, bring those jobs home. The predicted influx of both American wealth and foreign investment to the United States after enactment of the fair tax is estimated to be in the tens of trillions of dollars. The effects of the fair tax is that our own elected officials are generally unwilling, like I talked about before, to do more than pay lip service to real reform and simplification. There are too many voices in Washington with too much to lose to make enactment of the fair tax easy. The fact that citizens can finally take home their whole paychecks without federal withholding or payroll taxes deducted, that retail prices will fall when embedded taxes are eliminated, and that the fair tax does not pit income groups against each other has not been sufficiently compelling to most in Congress to win them away from their own self-interest. For this public policy to become law, the public will have to drive the legislation right across an army of income tax defenders. This process has begun in town halls and on the campaign trails across the nation, and has already motivated status quo defenders to gross distortions of the proposal and its origins. And it goes on to say that, there to be fair, we're going to agitate for the fair tax. But really, let's throw these bums out. Let's throw them out. They haven't done anything for us in the last 40 years. And all we're doing is setting up lobbyists and special interests as a way to get rich off the tax code. If your group is powerful enough, you get the deductions, you get the favors. This income tax, like it says, pits income groups against each other, the rich against the poor. Give me the tax cuts. No, give me the tax cuts. We need to give tax cuts to the rich and let them trickle down. We just need to give them to the poor and let them have the tax cuts and tax the rich. Let's don't keep on with this arguing and fighting with each other. Let's just cut it off. cut it all out, and you get taxed according to how you live. You live high on the hog, you get taxed high on the hog. You live like the low man on the totem pole, you get taxed like the low man on the totem pole. No living high on the hog and getting taxed like the low man on the totem pole, or being the low man on the totem pole and getting taxed like the high on the hog. Let's do away with all that. Come on now. So status quo defenders. They've already said that, now your house is going to cost $30,000 more than it used to. It's all lies. The price of construction is 22% taxes anyway. Take those taxes away like this proposal is saying. You drop the house by 22%. You add a 23% tax back on top of it. You're right where you were, but you get to pay for it with your whole paycheck. Real wages are going to go up. Let's try something different. Go to Fair Tax, Google it. I don't know what the website is. I think it's fairtax.org or something like that. But Google Fair Tax. Go find more information about it. Let's agitate for something. If you want the flat tax, if you want the fair tax, find candidates that support that tax and support them. Tell your friends to support them. Let's throw the bums out that have had the same old stuff for the last 40 years, and let's get some real change in there. Who cares if it works? I hope it works. I think it will work, but don't base your thing on whether or not it'll work or not. Let's just do something, and if it's wrong, we'll change it. We've still got the power. Thank goodness. We'll change it. So let's just do something different and start by getting some information on the fair tax. I think it'll work. Come on now. Let's do something.